So right now I'm currently on a street. It's called Copper Street. The reasoning for that is everything that's on the street kind of has copper in it. So you can kind of see right here, there's copper in this store. There's just like a bunch of stores all along this street here, all kind of selling, you know, coppered goods. I actually went and got me one of these. They kind of make like some coffee. That's how they make the coffee here in Turkey. This was actually like my second day when I came to this here. It's been a lot longer since then, but I just kind of wanted to show you that because my first few days here, it's most definitely a place you need to come visit because it's quite beautiful. As you see, it's not that long. We're kind of like at a mosque right now. This was like in my first video traveling to Turkey, but it's like a small little area that if you want something copper or, you know, something like that, you can come to this area and find it. But yes, I just wanted to show you that. Next we're going to head to this little area that was also my first day. It's this really old street and it kind of has this Buddha man towards the bottom of it. So I'll kind of show you that. So right now we are on a hill. It's called Kadılar Yokuşu. It is, in translation, it means women's slope or women's hill. You can kind of see some Arabic up there at the top. Everything in this whole little street here, or this slope if you would, is very old, very historic. You can kind of see by that first building there, kind of the aesthetics, the ages of it. We also have one more that is down here. And then actually right here on my right coming up, you'll see a little Buddhist man. I got to see this on my first few days here, which it was really cool to see. The Turkish people know who he is. You guys have saw him before, I'm sure, but I'm sure only some of you will actually know the intricate details of him. But here was another old building that I had mentioned. You can kind of just see by some of the architecture and stuff on those pillars how old and intricate it is, how beautiful. And then you can kind of see a little bit more of the old aesthetics kind of ending right here. Here you kind of have this Buddhist man, and I got to see him on my first few days here. And then there's a bunch of inscriptions and stuff all right here, obviously all in Turkish. You can kind of see some more of the old pillars and stuff right there. And then we kind of have one more spot that is just, you know, 10 feet from me. And it is like the last bit of the old natural aesthetics of this area that have been untouched, you could say. So it would be this one right here. And then again, you can see on the top of this building that there is more like Arabic and stuff like this. From my understanding, it may be from the Ottoman Empire, but you cannot fact check me on that. It is just at least what I have come to conclude myself. I just wanted to kind of show you this area because it was my second day in Ünye. I got to come and experience this place. If you do come to the city, make sure you most definitely see it. Right here, you kind of have like a little bathhouse is what they call it. That was also from the Ottoman Empire. That's why I'm assuming this is all Ottoman architecture and stuff like that, because it's all, you know, the same amount of history to it, same amount of oldness to it. So I'm assuming it all must have been from the same time era. Now we're gonna actually head into like the city center, or the square if you would, right now. It's going to be like a 15-minute walk for me to get to that area, so I'll catch you once we get there. So in my first video, traveling to Turkey, this was actually the first location, or at the end of the video, the first locations that I had saw my first and second day here. Basically, I kind of had some drone footage overlooking this entire area right here. I wanted to kind of show you this actually with another perspective. This right here is supposed to simulate the Istanbul Bridge. I will insert a clip right after this of this at night. Basically everything here is going to be lit up and stuff like that, but I kind of wanted to show you a daytime's perspective of it. It's absolutely beautiful, this entire area. Let me see if I can come to the top of this. You guys have kind of already saw a few clips of this area, but there's like a big playground area all along the outside of this. You can kind of see where people are sitting and stuff like that. Over here you kind of have like a little football stadium. Basically everything in this whole area is very beautiful. If you want to come out with your family, enjoy the weekend, which it is a weekend right now, it's perfect for it. So I love this whole area. You can't really see it from this spot, but in just a moment I'll walk over to on the bridge and you can kind of see all of the local areas. Pasta, you can kind of see at the end of Ünye. It's very beautiful. So once I walk over to the bridge, I'll tune you in. So now we're kind of closer over near the bridge. You can kind of see right here they kind of have these little islands where you can kind of walk out on. Kind of have their own little lagoons or lakes inside them, and like I said, you can kind of see the local cities. Today is a little hazy, a little foggy, unfortunately, but you can kind of see Fasta way over there. But this is the bridge that kind of simulates the Istanbul Bridge, as I mentioned. So yes, I'm gonna kind of walk out on some of these rocks that are over here to my right. Like I said, this whole area is just very beautiful. I absolutely love it. I've came here many times when I'm just bored or something like that. You can kind of just come here, unwind, let some of the stress out and stuff like that. So they kind of have, almost like if you were to be on a boat, kind of how they have the little coves and stuff like that. They've created that with the rocks, but it's made such a beautiful aesthetic area, in full honesty. You can kind of see like the waves are crashing over there, and then you can kind of ride almost like a boat or a canoe into this area, and it goes right under the bridge. But yes, I kind of have one more thing that I want to film. It's going to be kind of on that side of the city. So it's going to be a while walk, so I'll just tune you in once we get to the next spot. So right now we're kind of in a little food market, kind of out here on the streets. This is actually one of the more dense ones that I've ever saw. I was just kind of walking random streets and I came across this today, so it's actually quite beautiful. I'll have to make sure I come here again, but it's just a bunch of vendors that are selling their own goods in mass quantities. So you can see peppers on my left here, stuff like that. So it's quite beautiful. I'll kind of let you guys see it from my perspective.
Ay maşallah maşallah. Kardeş hoş geldin kardeş. Kardeşim hoş geldin.
This food market kind of goes on for maybe 3 or 4 blocks. They kind of have this canal running along the right side here. So it kind of makes like a very beautiful area. You kind of have the street market, and then you kind of have the canal over there. I wish you guys could smell all of the fresh fruits and stuff here. They're very big on farming, agricultural stuff out here. So you can just smell everything is fresh. They came from the farms today, if not yesterday. It's really beautiful, really good for your nose. Of course, in America, you have it all store-bought. If you want to buy it from a street vendor, it usually costs like a premium price. But all of this is normalized out here for them, so I love it. I'll show you guys one more view, and then we'll head to the next location. So this little sign right here kind of commemorates Atatürk. It's kind of his famous lines that he had said during the war when they were fighting for Turkey. I kind of know the basics to this, but it more or less means like if you did not have Atatürk, if you do not have all of Turkey. In my video coming to Turkey, I actually was walking this little path right here, and I had saw this initially on my first, or I guess it was my second day, if you would. When you go to like every country, you'll see the patriotism change. Obviously, it depends which country you're in. If you know they really live about it, it's all about them and their hearts. But anywhere you go in Turkey, you will most definitely see like the Turkish flag presented anywhere. What you're hearing right now is actually a Turkish wedding that's happening over here. They'll drive down the road and honk their horns, so don't mind that. But yes, basically out here you'll always see the Turkey flag being shown anywhere. You got one right up here. There's behind this building is a giant thing of water, and on the other side of that, on the like the beach there, they have another one of these things. So it's kind of, you know, scattered out every few kilometers, if you would. But yes, it's quite beautiful to always see the Turkey flag and to see it and hear it projected in, you know, this circumstance or in this way. So, but yes, I'm about to walk over here, film some of this. This is kind of like the outdoor kids play area where they can all, you know, mingle and stuff like that. So I'll catch you when we get there.